Please may you resume our seat. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State of Nigeria, Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi, thank you very much, Your Excellency, Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi and wife, Her Excellency Chief Mrs. Rachel Ogona Umahi, Your Excellency the Deputy Governor Barrister Eric Kelechi and wife, the Chairman of our great party PDP, Barrister Onyeka Chinwe Bonyi, Deputy Speaker of Ebonyi State House of Assembly, and other House of Assembly members here present, National Assembly members, with due respect our dear elders, Executive Council members, Chairmen of Councils, Coordinators of Development Centers, STAs and TAs, Chairmen and members of boards and commissions, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to you. May I very humbly welcome you to this very special occasion and to move straight to presentation of Kola Nut. Bigo Kaimbutoje, Malitem Memano de Preacher. Kola Nut, please. If the Kola Nut is not ready, we'll move over to the next on the program, which is opening remarks by the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters, Barrister Samuel Okoronkwo. Barrister Okoronkwo, please, if you're around, please step forward. The Honorable Commissioner for Local Government is not here yet. Next is documentary on the giant strides of His Excellency the Governor. Please, if the documentary crew is ready, please, can we roll?
This is officially welcoming you to the courtesy call on Their Excellencies Governor and wife by the Ebonyi State Traditional Rulers Council. Today, Monday, 28th May 2018, at the Banquet Hall Governor's Lodge, Government House, Bakaliki. On behalf of Engineer Timothy Nwache, who is the Director General, Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation, Salt Television and Salt FM, that of Chukwunayele Mutobo, the Acting Director of Engineering Services. Chukuma Onwe is the Director of Radio Programs, and Bene Edwin Onwe is the Director of Television Programs. My name is Chukwu Dinweke. I'm glad to welcome you to this beautiful event. Please, let's just say, give time for other events that is already happening there. Stay tuned. Courtesy call is actually designed for the traditional rulers to interact with the state chief executive, who has done much for the people of Ebonyi State, and the traditional institutions is not left out. We give chance for the documentary of the giant strides of His Excellency Engineer David Nweze Umahi to be rolled.
As governor, the people rejoiced that a man who can drive the needed development even beyond their expectations was finally in the saddle. As a man who seeks God's inspiration for everything he does, the first step Governor Umahi took after his inauguration was to organize a night of prayers to dedicate the state to God.
I started looking at how do we empower the people, how do we instill confidence, how do we rekindle what Dr. Sam really started, how do we bring peace. There was so much blood in the land. This crisis took so much blood. Other crises in the state, falling of prophets, so there was no peace for to go. And God had caused blood. So what we did is, how do we, make God happy, so that the curses upon the land will be lifted. And so we brought men of God, we declared 7 days fasting before we entered the office.
Governor Umahi came to office with this solemn promise to Ebonians to serve the state with the fear of God, prosper Ebonyi State with the word of God. I also promise to make Ebonyi State the #1 economy in the whole country and to passionately help the widows and the oppressed. It was also my promise to build God a befitting place of worship like Solomon did. In fulfillment of this promise, work has reached an advanced stage in the construction of an ecumenical center for the state.
God told us to build him a place of worship. And that's what we're doing. I'm a kingdom builder. I've built many churches with my personal funds. So that's my calling. That's why God will always test you in the area of your strength, not in the area of your weakness, not a wicked God. God knows that we build, and He said we must build worship. And that's what we are doing, and it's very beautiful.
In the area of security, the floating of the neighborhood watch by the Umahi administration has enhanced the security of lives and property in Ebonyi State. The Ministry of Border Peace and Conflict Resolution has also worked tirelessly in the past 3 years to nip in the bud several communal crises.
And so we started with Jezebel, led by very father, a man that's very fearless and very committed. And within our first 1.5 years, we restored peace in the city. And we created 2 additional autonomous communities. The entirety of who are now called the Iso community and the DSC of people, they are now brothers and sisters. So there is perfect peace there now. We've made a law, we've given them land, we've demarcated the land. And so we now start building. How do we now repay what was damaged? This is one thing that was very important in our lives. And the brother against brother, community against community, local government against local government, we've been able to restore that peace. And I want to thank God for the time we have. Thank God for the bishops we have. Thank God for the prayers of the saints in this land.
Conscious of the fact that economic development cannot become a reality without a strong infrastructural base, Governor Umahi embarked on massive infrastructural development in all sectors simultaneously.
Oh, that today they might fall. Now as to God we're confessing. Now as on Jesus we call.
3 years down the line, the promise of developing the state's infrastructure has been kept. His wealth of experience as a former contractor and engineering consultant has been brought to bear on the unique designs and quality of infrastructural projects in the state. The state capital, Abakaliki, has seen its major roads dualized and tarred. In addition, there are functional street lights which have led to Ebonyi State's safe state status, with increased economic activities lingering far into the night, adding beauty to the state capital. Easing traffic at major junctions along the highway. The governor has introduced 3 flyovers. 2 of the flyovers have been completed, while the 3rd is nearing completion. The spectacle of these bridges at night is a sight to behold.
We also realize that when you are planting peace and the word of God in the state, industries will not grow, civilization will not come, urbanization will not come. You have to change the side of investors that look down on us. That's why we began to look at how to change the narratives of our capital city. And today they call it the plan of the police state.
He has renovated the present government lodge, while work has reached advanced stage on the ultra-modern government house, comprising both presidential and governor's lodges, as well as the governor's office. Governor Umahi promised not only to build a ring road around the state, but also dualize it. Ambitious, you might say. Almost half of the gigantic 198-kilometer ring road that traverses 8 of the 13 local government areas has been executed. Concrete roads in the 13 local governments have also been built to make mobility and evacuation of farm produce to urban markets easier.
Now from the past experience, you build the roads. Before we need your best then on the roads are gone. As you are going out of office, the roads are gone out of office too. And as an engineer, and somebody who has practiced engineering in field and design, supervision, widely, acknowledged in success. God told me to begin to build concrete roads. And today we have over 300 kilometers of concrete road successfully completed in the Ebonyi State. And so today, our fathers, our mothers, our brothers and sisters can proudly, evacuate the agricultural produce. The soil mineral can now, thrive in the state because we have very good quality road. Our state county. We are not saying this is federal government, of course. The roads we are doing, 70% of them are federal government roads that are being used by the teachers of the state. So it's the work of the people that's what we elected to do.
Realizing the fact that education remains the antidote of backwardness and neglect, Governor Umahi promised to revive the entire sector and fashion new programs and policies, including return of some primary and secondary schools to their original owners, the missionaries. Towards this end, 3 technical schools in Afikpo, Abakaliki, and Aba have been handed over to the Catholic Church, while the government is shouldering the burden of payment of salaries to the staff. The great success achieved in the education sector in Ebonyi is evident in her consistent 10th position in WAEC and other examinations in the last 3 years. A far cry from grappling with bottom position before Governor Umahi came into office. Teachers' salaries are paid on the 15th of every month, while 20,000 units of 2-seater pupils classroom furniture have been distributed to primary schools. Over 102 primary and secondary school classroom buildings have been renovated, while in this year alone, over 70 new classroom blocks have been built across the state.
We know that we have this issue of marginalization and deprivation, and reparations by the years of criminal negligence is not being paid to us. And so we know that relatively our people are poor, but they need education to change their situation. And so I won't, because other people that are educationally advantaged are increasing fees, who have made, wealth of our nation, and then we're not fortunate to tap into the wealth of the nation and say I must increase schools. So we have to manage. One of the cardinal, points of the founding fathers of the state is that, yes, we know that we don't have much, but whatever thing we have, we'll be able to manage it so that it can, help our people. A man without education is like an accident that is, sure to happen. And so it was very, very, very sure in our heart that we have to do something about it. And that's why we did that. It wasn't easy, and it's still not easy.
Another area Governor Umahi's administration has excelled in the past 3 years is in the agricultural sector. The promise of opening farmlands in the state to mechanize agriculture has been fulfilled. The Ebonyi State Fertilizer and Chemical Company, Omu Ebonyi, is back in production, while the famous Abakaliki rice has returned to its past pride of place as the best rice in the West African sub-region.
We have a gift of God in our rice production. If it's not Abakaliki rice, then it is not right. How is it done? I do not know. But you can cook Abakaliki rice without adding anything, and you can eat it. It's very salted, maybe because we are the salt of the nation. We understand the potentials. We understand the gift of God in our agricultural program. And so we began to, first we took a loan of 2 billion from CBN. And again, I thank the federal government. I thank the Minister of Finance, I thank the CBN government. I thank the Minister of Agriculture. I thank Mr. President and the Vice President. Huge success in agricultural program of this country. And so we began to activate our rice mills. We began to import more rice mills. We began to give loans to our people. We got a part. We gave them counterpart funds. They began to give grants. Our women begin to embrace modern technological means of farming. And so everybody has something doing. Look at the fertilizer program of the federal government. We tapped into it, one of the 7 states doing fertilizer program. What is the focus? Reduce the cost of fertilizer and make it available, at a very high quality and very cheap price. Before, fertilizer was going for 10,000 in this state. Today, fertilizer is going between 5,000, 5,500, and it is available. Very high quality one. Not only that, we activated the fertilizer plant that was neglected by the past administration and was established by Dr. Sam Umenyo. We also brought in another one that we are doing. We built 2 warehouses there. We have also, built the plant house that we are doing. We have also installed, organic fertilizer plant that is sitting on 1 hectare of building. And what are we doing? Very soon in the month of June, we will start paying household owners for the refuse they are evacuating. We start buying their refuse. So this time people will be struggling to clean up their environment because they will sell it. Now we've started the program on cassava, and the same story that we have achieved in rice is something that we're going to achieve in cassava. Now we are turning the Abakaliki rice mill into a modern rice city. And right now we are fencing the entire place. It's over 150 hectares of land. And what do we want to do? We want to now build the factories, and we have clustered them, into cooperatives. And so we are designing the buildings, and we are getting the cost of the project.
The delivery of healthcare services in Ebonyi in the past 3 years is another area the Umahi administration has achieved tremendous success. An ultra-modern virology center, the first of its kind in the southeast, was started and completed, while work has reached an advanced stage in the new ultra-modern accident and emergency unit at the Federal Teaching Hospital, Abakaliki. All the general hospitals in the 13 local governments have been renovated and equipped, while the College of Health Technology, Mbo, has been repositioned to compete with any other tertiary health institution in the country.
If you give the word of God to the people, you reach in their spirits. Then you give out to them. A sound mind is a man that is filled with the Spirit of God. We are changing our 13 general hospitals. We are sparking the place. We are cutting the size and dividing it into 2. The ones that are buildings that will be managed so that the hospitals will be clean. And then we have borehole that is powered by solar, and we are planning to have 100 kVA solar, power in all the 13 general hospitals. After that, we equip the hospital, both in manpower and also in equipment. We have also chosen 285, primary health centers in our rural areas. We are focusing on them. We have over, 500. They are not 5. So we have first to make 285 viable. Then we are also doing more for them, because they need water. We are also putting solar light there, so that they will be. You have to see the next person. How will they carry out their minor medical, exigencies if you don't have that? So these are the basic things we are doing to lift up the image of this. And we intend to put, even if it's taken up there, as a means of ambulance, and with our good route, and telephone communication. Any cases that could not be handled by any reason will be transported to the main general hospital within a space of 15 minutes.
The School of Nursing and Midwifery, Uburu, has also been completed and fully accredited to a degree awarding health institution. The administration has also put in professional competence in the management of outbreaks and epidemics in the state by strengthening the epidemiology and its emergency response unit to ensure all cases of outbreaks are brought under control.
We also were hit when we came by Lafayette. We did not have the state of the Northwest about. But we began on our own to build as Africa. Today it is the center for the entire Southeast and part of South-South and the part of North Central. It's acclaimed the best in the country. We built 500 million and then we equipped it. Federal government has taken it over.
One key promise of Governor David Umahi to Ebonians, which was to enhance the welfare packages of civil servants, has been kept. Despite being a non-oil producing state, civil servants are paid regularly and promptly, while government has increased their salaries by 5%.
And subsequently, through another 5% was also added. That was not good enough for us. We now say, okay, the first year we pay what we call 13 months. It means every civil servant in the state got 100% of the salary. So that's what we call 13 months.
The civil servants are also accommodated in the numerous employment packages, including 4 billion naira that has been set aside in a free loan scheme from the Bank of Industry.
There's no amount of money for civil servant that will be enough. We have to find a way to get a more permanent means of livelihood for them. And that's why with the first in the nation to articulate a program for civil servants, I will have to save 2 billion for all the civil servants who government states. We put it together and we have reached the Bank of Industry to give us another 2 billion. That's 4 billion. And we set it before our civil servants. Register them in clusters of cooperatives. And then we said yes, if you are earning 50,000 billion, this is how much you can access to start agricultural business. And so they will be deducting your salary small within the period of 5 years. You'll be able to pay full.
Over 1 billion naira has also been set aside for the payment of pensions and gratuity owed retired civil servants and payment of leave grants to workers. In the area of empowerment and job creation, the sterling achievements of this administration is worthy of note, as many youths and widows have benefited from the empowerment scheme. 400 tricycles were given to youths. In addition, over 5,000 youths have been given 250,000 naira each as startup for business of their choice, irrespective of their place of residence. Over 6,000 widows have been empowered with 200,000 naira each.
God also gave us 5 good cabinets. One of these to look after the widows. So we began to say how we look after the widows. And so we aggregated about 260 widows in place of voting salary. And then we also brought together 44,000 widows. And we gave them 100,000 to set up business. They were trained. And today the number of them are increasing very well.
The commerce and industry sector has also received attention. Under the Umahi administration, 3 industrial clusters have been created, one in each senatorial district, where both local and foreign investors can build factories.
The testing is ongoing. Some industries are beginning to germinate in those areas. Because we know that very soon the oil will no longer be fashionable. Even right now we are not getting much oil. So our state is preparing herself for any eventuality in terms of the oil becomes not a very marketable commodity again. So we are preparing. We are, as a government is like John the Baptist. We are preparing the ways of these things for the remaining day.
The phase 1 of the Margaret Umahi International Market has been completed. To give Ebonians a new shopping experience. The Ebonyi Mega Shopping Mall is ongoing and has the potential of employing 3,000 Ebonians through direct employment. The state government is building a new flyover that will lead directly to the new Mega Shopping Mall.
We got people to look at our mall. They said to us, oh, Let's say small state, we give you a mall that is smaller than any mall, and you will do capital park funding of 6 billion. You will do the road, bring water, and then you will enjoy 20% equity. I looked at them and I laughed. The road will not take less than 2 billion, so I will put 8 billion to get a new kind of building that is less than what we have in it. I said, don't worry. I took, engineers and architects, all the teachers, and we went to Dubai. And we went after the Almighty to buy more. I don't know where it's the biggest in the world. It is. Yeah, we went to steam it. So we began to draw. And we were able to have what we have called the microcosm of the macrocosm. And we came, we designed it, we fine-tuned it, and we started. And that project, without decoration, is 3.6 billion. And it's sitting on 2.5 hectares, the building of land. It's not only that it's a story building, but it also has a basement.
With all these achievements in the past 3 years, Ebonyi State, under the watch of Governor David Mweze Umahi, has exceeded all expectations by keeping the promise of developing the state and taking her to the next level.
There shall be showers of blessing, oh, that today they might fall. Now as to God we're confessing, now as on Jesus we call. Showers of blessing, showers of blessing.
Hello. Thank you very much. That was beautiful documentary that chronicled the achievements of His Excellency the Governor. Have you now seen that our Governor is too much? Please, a round of applause for His Excellency. Thank you very much. The documentary crew, led by the Director General of Ebbc, Engineer Timothy Machi. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we want to take cultural displays and want to invite the Ebonyi State Council for Arts and Culture, the UNUTRU.
It is still the courtesy call on Their Excellencies, the Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Dr. David Mweze Umahi, and wife, Chief Mrs. Rachel Ogonna Umahi, by Ebonyi State Traditional Rulers Council, and it is holding today, Monday, 28th of May 2018, at Banquet Hall, Governor's Lodge Government House, Abakaliki. We still have the hall filled to its brim with dignitaries from different walks of life, the traditional institutions, the politicians, and the academia. They are all here to pay courtesy call to the man who has done much for his people. We've just finished watching the documentary of all that he has done within the short period of time in office, just within 3 years. My colleague Esther Chukwu, who will be telling you what is happening in Igbo, is already here. Remember, it is Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation, Ebbc, Salt Television and Salt FM that you are listening to.
Hey, Ebbc, they mind they will be better. They mind they will be better. Ebony well, no, never need a number. Level them with the popu, a Robaco work with Davie, Tani Cabane from Razo, she traveled out on the Keta for Sanya, or Toina Tranquia, Echo Matumata, Organ Power Ship. We pray, you did about that to go John Apostle, going out to one John Apostle. Hey, oh, but I wait for no Tani Capa, and if you know, when you're there, about it, I pack a luau, Wondi way, it will quite not know. Ezariji ohozare ohuku ijukwanaanu Dave ijeswaru tani gaba odo ina tankia matadu vektabdiania o mame vokdo kipem hey fayo fadlevanteti apa Dave meriam urere vlavanteti apa Dave meriam eko barova mefole haole titenu nene hey ogo wanyi paki buflado kazi mwege Davie oe tigedu la humo anyi chakwe kaben Davie eja la tukwa mlehu Davie wogwe bagwe okwa wogwe machoja ngati kasu wenu
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ebonyi State Council for Arts and Culture, please can we put our hands together for them? Beautiful performance this afternoon. Thank you.
Egwu ọdịnala nke steeti anyị Arts Council ụlọ ahụlani anụ ihe niile na-aga n'ikem. Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụ ugbu a ka ị na-esonyere anyị, ebe ihe niile a na-abịara gị bụ na Salt FM na Salt TV, ụlọ ọrụ na-eti ịgba ka ọnwa na-eme ka ihe niile a na-eme ebe ọbụla na-eru gị ntị ka ị na-aghọta na-esonyere anyị. O wee bụrụ na banquet hall ka anyị nọ n'ime ya, ebe ndị ezeogo ndị eze ọdịnala dị iche iche bịara ịkpọtụrụ aka na-achị steeti a n'ezi oriakụ ya. Taa bụ Mọnde abalị 28 nke ọnwa Mee 2018. Dịka anyị na-aga n'ihu, ndị otu egwu ọzọ ga ha bịa na ntakịrị oge ka na-esonyekwara anyị.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for Council for Arts and Culture. God bless you. Mwelebe, you are too much. Please, Ichengra, please come forward. It's your turn to shine. Thank you. Are you ready? Mwelebe is the treasurer of Art Council. Okay, let's go. very much.
wee bụrụ ndị otu egwu Ichangala Troupe sikwa Abakaliki. Ihe ọma juru na Abakaliki, ya mere ndị ọbụla na-egosipụta ihe eji mara ha dịka obi na-atọgharị kpọ na aka ọrụ gọvanọ anyị n'Ebonyi steeti. Ọnya mere na ọ na-abụ ihe ọbụla na-eme ebe ọbụla ha ga-abịa sonyekwara aka na chi steeti ya igosi na obi dị ha mma na ihe niile bụ ihe ọma nke ha na-ahụta n'Ebonyi steeti. Mere Ebonyi steeti ji kọpụcha steeti ndị ọzọ wee na-achụzi isi ala anyị bụ Abuja. Abụ m Esther Chukwu dịka na-etifezi gị n'aka onye otu m Chukwudị Nweke ka ọ na-atapịara gị ya bụ ihe na asụsụ Bekee.
Thank you so much, Esther. Most cherished listener here, this is Salt Television and Salt FM Abakaliki, and it is a courtesy call of the traditional rulers in Ebonyi State to the governor of Ebonyi State and wife. We will be leaving you to enjoy some other programs that have been lined up. Stay tuned.
It is time to present Kola Note.
Urging the government house Janabatu Ndieze, Ndemjara government house Itado.
Ebonyi State Queen, Ebonyi State Queen, Ndeze Ebonyi State Queen. His Excellency May Kwaragele Omeje, Lekwa Oji Olnuranyi. Ndeze mende Ebonyi State. Alana Batia. Udu parada pe driver mto yerum ne boot. Udu kwadoria. Okwata yerum ne boot. Adome election do. Odu anyina awania. Okuya. Udu debiko para. Chileke. Anyị kele Olugboku bere no. Anyị lekele Elishi ndị Ebonyi steeti Lokwu. Anyị lekele Elishi nwaanyị a lagbara anyị boy bụ Chief Engineer Dave Umahi. Anyị na-arịọ nzi ya o nke ejiloli ya okwere nke ya likwu ya. Igwe ọbụla dobere kato okwere ya. Golo meji Ebonyi steeti egwe Chineke. Ụgwọ ọbụla ọrụ ọbụla nwekwara ụgwọ. Jekwede emeji ibi ya shitale ejulu ya igwe blọk bere kata okweri galarụ gọvanọ ọtakwa ọrụkwata ga ehe ndodo ya arụkwata nki Chineke shite ọrụ lehe nki no ngela ọrụkwata nke ndodo na onye ri ya otu efe meyash onye je ti agbabere lihu la adere onye ovu ihe o ọ bụla emini bụ ọnọ ọnụ de seleli ọ bụrụ lugbo ekwekwe bụ ọnụ ọnụ de kweru ekala oje ya kwesị ndekọ ọnụ le moto ka ga-ere ore lụọ nga hedugbo ụlọ nwe ebe kuchi ya dịbe ka breki leji gemle pụta dị ọnụ n'oge ọdụkọta na Ebonyi steeti ọlọkwa onye kwere nki ya onye leta ekwe nki ya igwe idobere onye owoti ya na gọvanọ lọyara Magidi a na-ekwu otu eshe dokwa ya olodokwakwara anyị weda bụ ndị eze dokwa ndị ọdọ igwe ọbụla otu ire kata ogejeri onye sọtọ ọdụdụ na otu ọdụ na ụlọ mbọkụ Krismas ọla bịa nna bụ onye ọlụkụta azụlekwa Jizọs.
Ndewo eze kpụrụ kpala biko ka nna anyị kwuo gọvanọ were oche Ekumara Ọha were oche His Excellency the Deputy Governor were oche Ikemba. Mr. Speaker Ọnwa were oche our dear traditional rulers, National Assembly members Neba Moroje, Chief Obaga and Chief Mazonko. Deputy Speaker on behalf of the House of Assembly. former chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council, Eze Agomeze OON. It's time for lunch, ladies and gentlemen. Please, as we take the lunch first roll first, there are traditional rulers. Our traditional rulers before every other person. Every other person remain wherever you are. After the front row, the traditional rulers. After the traditional rulers, every other person can now go for lunch. May I at this point, ladies and gentlemen, very humbly request Her Excellency the Mother of the State to lead other dignitaries for lunch.
Courtesy call on Their Excellencies, the Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Dr. David Gwenze Umahi's wife, by the Ebonyi State Traditional Rulers Council. We give you some time to enjoy the music that we have here as the dignitaries go for lunch. Yes, we allow you to enjoy the sweet music at the background. It is time to rejoice. The traditional rulers have been remembered in so many ways by His Excellency the Governor. Remember that traditional rulers in Ebonyi State before this administration were being paid peanuts. What was considered as their pay or salary or emolument or whatever you can call it was not something to write home about. It was not something to sustain a single man, talk more of a man who has an entire community as his household. But immediately His Excellency the Governor, Engineer David Gwenze Umahi, came to power, he changed the status of the traditional rulers. It became an enviable position. It became a position that so many persons struggle to get. It became something that one would wish he was. Their pay package increased. Their regalia changed. The crowns on their heads also took a different shape. They went from grace to grace, soaring higher and higher every day. Until recently, His Excellency the Governor, in his magnanimity, in his avowed determination to reposition the status of an Ebonyi man, decided to change the traditional rulers for better. This time, no traditional ruler in Ebonyi State comes to a function with motorcycle or keke. All of them have been given vehicles of their own. Rubber Jeep. They have received theirs, and every person who is a traditional ruler in Ebonyi State can comfortably now travel to any distance he wants. With the pay package increased and the vehicles distributed, the traditional rulers can now boast and be happy of the status and the title they take. His Royal Highness, His Royal Majesty, the Ezogo, the Ezis, and other names they take now look befitting. For when a man has nothing, his title means nothing. The Ogenis are not left behind. They now go home with good pay package every month, and they now drive their good cars, living in comfortable houses as the governor has also undertaken to build good houses for them. Now the status and the property are equal. You look at them, you look at their legaria, you look at the vehicle they park, and you look at their houses, then you know that the righteous man is on the throne. It is not time to roll out the achievements of the traditional ruler, His Excellency, on the traditional institution. It is time to enjoy ourselves. It is time to dine with the governor. It is time for the traditional rulers to say thank you, Your Excellency. It is a time for the traditional rulers to pay courtesy call to the wife of the governor and the governor himself. And it is holding at the banquet hall, Governor's Lodge Government House, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Let's leave you to enjoy the music at the background as we enjoy the lunch. Stay tuned.
Ihunanya gbara n'ụlọ ka ngwa gị ihe chụrụ ya ọsọ iruju na nkewa mkpọmasị gbara n'ilu chụrụ ya ọsọ nwanne m na ya na chi mmụọ si na mmụọ yiri mmụọ onye mụ na ya chụga mmụọ si na mmụọ yiri mmụọ o wee bụrụ ọkwa ka ị na-azọ winner takes it all. No look at Caucasian when the winner grabs it up. He makes the loser look so small. When the winner takes it all, he makes the loser stand so small. Man, His Excellency is in ball. Ndini na no na bonye ikuku ọchịchị ga-efesa ha. Nke a bụkwa na okwu ịhụnanya. Ndị chifu ọ sịrị na ikuku gọọmenti ga-ekusa ha ọkwa n'ọchịchị ịhụnanya ka bụ ọchịchị ịhụnanya dadi maka agbawara m egwu ịhụnanya aga m agụkwara gị egwu olileanya Ha Excellency ịgbara m egwu ịhụnanya Ezinne m lamboga gụkwara gị egwu olileanya kemgbe m bịara ụwa akamahụghị ihe karịa ịhụnanya ndị Ebonyi akamahụghị ihe karịa ịhụnanya onye ri ihe karịrị ịhụnanya ya bikorigo okwu esogbala ya onye rikwa ihe karịrị ịhụnanya ya bikorigo okwu esola ya maka agbawara m egwu ịhụnanya aga m agụkwara gị egwu olileanya ya gbawara m egwu ịhụnanya erimma ịhụnanya agapelo batụrụ ma ebe isi bịa ọ bụghị ihe ọ jụrụ gị agapelo batụrụ ma onye na-eme ọ bụghị ihe ọ jụrụ ihe chọrọ ịma bụ otu isi eme ihe masịrị ya bụ onye na-emere ihe chọrọ ịma bụ onyinye amara Chineke nyere ọ bụ ya masịrị ya ma ọ bụ ka Chukwu dowe gị ndụ ogologo gị na-adị gị ọma mmesi ịhụnanya ka ị na-emeso m n'elu ụwa Chukwu ga-agọzi gị ịhụnanya n'ụwa m sọ Chukwu ga-abụ n'ụgwọ Amen. Remember the Lord said, my covenant will I not break, nor alter the word that came out of my lips. Oh, that's the Lord. He said, I have found David my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him, with whom my hands shall be established. He said, his enemies shall not exact upon him. And he told me that he will beat his foes in his presence. Oh, ọkwa mmesi ịhụnanya ụna agụgụ n'okwu ịhụnanya maka mgbanwara m egwu ịhụnanya Ebonyi aga m abụkwara gị egwu olileanya ka mgbanwara m egwu ịhụnanya aga m abụkwara gị egwu olileanya eburu eze na-adịghị ihe o mere chọọ ọgwụ ya dị n'obe eze eze onye nwe m ka ome anyị bụkwa ụlọ ya ekele ọma ewu eze Ebonyi na n'oge akụkọ mgbe bi ebi ọkwụ na n'oge akụkọ adị ebube eburu eze na-adịghị ihe o mere chọta ọgbọ ya n'elu obe ya bụ eze ndị eze onye nwe m ka ome anyị bụkwa ụlọ ya ekele ọma Ebonyi ndị ọma eze when the righteous is on the throne the people will rejoice Bible said that sin is a reproach Jehovah bụ eze ndị eze thank you sir His Excellency nwoke mbeke ka Chineke na-agọzi gọzọkwakwa ịhụnanya ka ọ ga-eji gbaso gị ọ gaghị eji mmehie leta gị amara ka Chineke ga-eji kwụọ ụgwọ maka inwere obi ịhụnanya isi ndị Ebonyi ha na-enwekwa anya ha legide nụ Jizọs anya isi ha legidekwa nzọmụkwụ ya nke a na-atọ Jizọs ụtọ n'obi ma bụkwa ụlọ ya ekele ọma nwanne m eze o tiri sọm ya eze gata bụkwara abụọ ọ gara n'okporo ụzọ ka ụbọchị eze m hụrụ ahụhụ n'ihi mmehie eze na-adịghị ije obere eze ndị eze onye nwe m ka o buru ụzọ anyị bụkwa ụlọ ya ekele ọma eze akụkọ dị ebube n'ihi na mmadụ rapụrụ mmehie soro Jizọs mmadụ na Jizọs eweburu ya akụkọ dị ebube ọ dị ebube aka m ahụtụbe onye ọchịchị ma ekwu otu osilewakwa that cross where Jesus was nailed onye chọka obodo ya wee dị mma anaghị eji ike asị ndị mmadụ chere anya if you set the example everybody will follow you this is a great story what a great story a great story found in this world and when we Christ Jesus Christ is one become my friend what a great story I said oh what a great story man in this world and join with Christ Jesus Christ is one become my friend akụkọ dị ebube ọ dị ebube Glory be to Jesus. Onye Jizọs na-ewe iwe ya chefugodo Ebonyi steeti laa obodo ọzọ jebe elu ụwa mmadụ bi jaa ya mma unu jaa Jehova jaa ya mma elu ụwa mmadụ bi jaa ya mma jaa Chineke jaa ya mma ịmana o kwesịrị ekwesị jaa ya mma jaa Jehova jaa ya mma elu ụwa mmadụ bi jaa ya mma soro jaa Jehova jaa ya mma amen to Jesus. On the man will praise the Lord. On the man will praise the Lord. For his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men, to the children of men. He has broken the gates of brass and for the pass of iron and thunder. Jesus has broken the gates of brass and for the pass of iron. Oh, the man will praise the Lord. Oh, the man will praise the Lord. For his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men, to the children of men. He has broken the gates of brass and for the pass of iron and thunder. He has broken the gates of brass in ebony and for the pass of iron and thunder. Glory be to Jesus. Jehovah Bagaya, Ojuku, Odomebo Juda, Ojuku, Esendeze Bagaya, Ojuku, Onyeke Kwela Yezu Onyendo, Ojuku, Onyendu na Mole Ebonyi Gana Budo, Ojuku, Oparo Ndi Ebonyi Gane Bane Beno Chukwu, Ojuku, Jesus Iye Di Maka Ngebere Gihe, Ojuku, Ojoma, Chukwu Di Ebube, Oyepeda, Jesus Ebu Di Maka Ngagoro Gihe, Ojoma, Chukwu Di Ebube, Oyepeda, Ojoma Ebu Di Maka Ngagoro Gihe, Ojoma, Chukwu Di Ebube, Oyepeda, Jehovah Nisi Iye Di Maka Ngebere Gihe, Ojoma, Chukwu Di Ebube, Oyepeda, Ojoma Ebu Di Maka Ngagoro Gihe, Ojoma, Chukwu Di Ebube, Oyepeda. Amen. Onye bụ n'ụwa na Chukwu na-echeta anyị, gịnị ka mmadụ bụ n'ụwa na Chukwu ji anyị wekpọrọ ihe, gịnị ka mmadụ bụ n'ụwa na Chukwu na-echere gị echiche ọma dị, ọ bụ gịnị ka mmadụ bụ n'ụwa ebe ọ na-anaghị ekwe ka ihe na-ewe eme gị ntụwa, gịnị ka mbụ gịnị ka mmadụ bụ n'ụwa na-enwejụọ, gịnị ka mbụ dadị na Chukwu na-echeta gị njụọ, gịnị ka mbụ ewo, gịnị ka mmadụ bụ n'ụwa ewo, gịnị ka mbụ na Chukwu na-echeta gị. Amen. O jiri ndị mozi nke Chukwu gbadi gburugburu ha excellency ijewe ndị mozi ejewe ntụwa ihe mmadụ bụ n'elu ụwa. His excellency ma n'ụgbọelu ndị mozi Jizọs abịala ụwa n'ụgbọelu ahụ. Ntụwa gịnị ka mmadụ bụ n'elu ụwa na Chukwu nyere iwu dị iche iche n'ụwa. Gịnị ka ịbụ gịnị ka mmadụ bụ n'ụwa, gịnị ka na Chukwu na-echeta gị, ọ bụ gịnị gịnị ka mmadụ bụ n'ụwa omemma, gịnị ka na Chukwu na-echeta eze ndị eze, onye isi udo mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, onye bere ịrụkwala na ọsọsọ gị ga-ebuli Ebonyi elu, were aka gị bịa bulie anyị elu. Chineke onye nwe Chineke na nke igwe ya bulie elu.
It is still courtesy call on Their Excellencies Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Dr. David Mose Omahi and wife Rachel Omahi, by the State Traditional Rulers Council. It is time for the people to enjoy the dividends of democracy. The time the people have to rejoice because the man who cares for the need of his people is on the throne. It is the time that the David, the man after God's own heart, shows love to the people of God, the people of Ebonyi State, those he leads. And is still holding at Banquet Hall, Governor's Lodge Government House, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. We ask you to join us as we progress in the program. Stay tuned.
Ndị Ebonyi dey feel when pass man pikin o, he no pass God o, nothing pass God, call and he go answer. Ọ̀nà mo ṣì gẹ̀ àyànbọ́kúrú Jesus. The thing when pass man pikin o, he no pass God o, nothing pass God, call and he go answer. A prayerful Christian is a powerful Christian. So, a prayerful politician is a powerful politician. Okay, so you need nobody. Mabusoro na moko. The thing when pass man begin, you need no pass God. Thank you, Father. Pass God. Call and we go answer. Power day, power day, power day, power day. Give us power, pass power. Now he please power day.
Thank you very much, the Lamb. Very soon we shall export the lamb to other parts of the country and the world. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now that you have been properly fed, we want to move to the next stage of today's event. And next on the program is opening remarks to be taken by the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy Matters and Rural Development, Chief Barrister Samuel Okoronkwo, Ebokenyim Global. Please, can we put our hands together for the Honorable Commissioner?
The Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy Matters and Rural Development, Honorable Barrister Samuel Okoronkwo, is to make opening remark to declare this occasion open, even though we have done so many other things and those things serve as appetizer to the program. Stay tuned.
Scruples of pride and dignity. Everywhere you are, unlike before, you will be proud to say, I am from Ebonyi State. Well, thank you so much. Your Excellency, our dear mommy, it is known that I can assuredly say that the philosophical pluralism that behind every successful man there is a humble, successful, wonderful woman. You are a mother of different species. But we keep on applauding you, we keep on thanking you. And I'm too sure that the divine work God has asked you to perform here on earth will continue until the day you meet your God in glory in Jesus' name. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of this State, and your amiable wife, the Speaker, Ebonyi State House of Assembly, a man that has maintained the most peaceful house in the entire Federation. If you have a mental recall of what transpired in the last regime, you will now know that the Speaker deserves constant and interminable praise and mention. Your Excellency, our Chairman of Elders Council, members of the National Assembly here present, our revered traditional rulers, especially the Chairman of Traditional Rulers Council, members of the House of Assembly, let me permit me with utmost humility to stand on already established protocol. Yes, let me on behalf of the
Please, can we stop further eating? After the short program, then you can eat, please. Please, can we stop further eating so that we have another program this evening. After this, you can now eat. Can security people enforce this, please?
Please stop eating for now, please. We shall do that later. Thank you. Security and protocol, please help us. Okay, thank you.
Excellency, may I most humbly convey to you our unreserved apology for the measure of lateness occasioned by our traditional rulers. Excellency, it was essentially because of their age, coupled with their determination to tidy up the subject matter of their visit. We therefore crave indulgence, Excellency, to view their lateness with their usual milk of human kindness. Excellency, the synoptic representation of the visit of the traditional rulers is to pay homage to you and thank you immeasurably for the way and manner you have administered the state. Excellency, when they come up here to read the address and the resolution, you will now discover that every person have said without any equivocation that you are a special person and you don't come quite often. Excellency, you have abolished the issue of North, South, and Central. Ebonyi now remains one united family. Excellency, I will not go here, I will not be here to catalog your achievements, otherwise we will not go today. But suffice it to say that the traditional institution of Ebonyi State is immeasurably pleased with what you have done so far. The Excellency recall that prior to your administration, each traditional ruler was paid 35,000 naira as his palace allowance. And this money was not paid, it was in arrears for 2 years. They were not paid 2014 and 2015. But when your Excellency came, you raised this palace allowance to a minimum of 110,000 naira per traditional ruler. Besides that, your Excellency, recall when you were sworn in on 29th of May 2015, there was nothing like Ebonyi State Traditional Ruler Council. You immediately reconstituted it. On your first visit to them, you discovered that there were only 4 vehicles. You made inquiries as to why. And when I intimated you that some of them came to be modest on something lower than keke, you marveled and said it will never happen in your administration. Today, if you go out, Your Excellency, Their premises filled with jeeps by the traditional rulers. There is no single traditional ruler in this state except by his choice that goes on anything less than wonderful jeep, brand new one. Your Excellency, besides that, the way you have made things so wonderful for them, although ironically, it has brought some major problem to us, because it is easier to contest for an elected office now than to go for essay in Ebonyi State. They are now, it's a very serious affair now. I'm even thinking of, okay, sorry, my essay is here. Otherwise, I would have thought of something else. But Your Excellency, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Your Excellency, there's one aspect of what I have come here to do today I would like people to take very good notice of. 2015, the issue of who becomes the governor, how it's going to be rotated, was solved by God through your instrumentality. The traditional rulers have come to say, and to you, that divine institutionalization of equitable rotation of our governorship office should remain and no person should touch it is sacrosanct. By implication of fact, it is contained in the resolution. The North have done 8 years, Center have done 8 years. Certainly, by virtue of their prayer today and resolution, it is a turn of South and they must do 8 years. But they have gone further than that. The 8 years for the South, they have found and relied on you to complete the 8 years. Your Excellency, I will say no more than continue with your good and wonderful governance. All your policies have all gone around. Is it the youth? Is it the widow? Infrastructure development? Street lights? What have you not done for this state? And you will do more. More and more and more and more. If not for constitutional limitation, some people have even approached me. Is there a way we can amend the constitution? So after 8 years you will continue. But I have told them that legal instrument does not lie in our powers. But in the event it is so, that shall continue in accordance with the constitutional provisions. Thank you so much. May God bless you, and we wish you happy Democracy Day in Jesus' name.
Please a round of applause for the Honorable Commissioner. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have taken adequate care of our traditional rulers so much that even some of us aspire to be traditional rulers. It is on that note, Your Excellency, that I would like to invite one per zone, the traditional rulers, to make few remarks. For Ebonyi South Zone, let me very humbly invite His Royal Highness Eze R.F. Iyoko Ezoko Chima of Ugulangu, Ekpujeni Karabo, to please come forward. Can we put our hands together for His Royal Highness? Eze, you're welcome. Ekpujeni Karabo.
Your Excellency, I want to appreciate you. Ebonians, watch small thing. Look at the governor, look at the deputy governor, and look at the speaker. Humility and greatness walk pari passu. These three men are very humble. That is why they are there. Arrogant people don't go anywhere. Remember King Uzziah of the Bible? When the king became strong, he grew arrogant. And that led to his downfall. 2 Chronicles 26:16, read it when you go home. These three men are very humble. That is why Ebonyi is moving. If they were arrogant, we couldn't have been where we are today. Dave Umar is an enigma, a self-made man and a genius. The man who refused to be carried away by worldly things. He is not ostentatious. He doesn't like a flamboyant lifestyle. He doesn't do arrogant display of wealth. He doesn't. If he were doing all those things, because of what God gave to him, everybody could have run away. But look at how simple, how humane he is. Your Excellency, the issue of going your second tenure is not something people should come to talk much about. All the communities in Ebonyi are here. And I don't know that person who will overthrow us. When you come to my own community, Ugulangi, then I'll say that Dave is going with my cabinet. Then you still coming to remove him. It's not possible. I want to assure you, Your Excellency, that you are with all the traditional rulers here are with you. Don't look for other friends. The political class is wonderful. This is the first governor that all the political class working with him are very loyal. They are. Forget about people. It is always in human nature. If somebody says he doesn't want to, leave him to go. He will later run back to beg you. They will come back to beg you. And as a Christian you are, when they run back, leave them. Let them come. I want to say that Ebonyi South could be compared to a man who married 3 wives. He shared yams to the 3 wives. The elderly woman took her own, went to her house to cook with the children. The second one took her own. When it is the turn of the 3rd person, the other 2 women say, no, mba, one I cannot hold. Oga eketi ha nketara. Enwe sobu. Ogi nese Ebonyi South tụrụ na nke ha biko. Nna nkwu sameguru afa na asatọ. Nna nkwu elechiru asatọ. Onye ọmụ mere anyị gịnị? Ọrụfunu nke n'ụlọ town na Chineke. Enyekwa bribe, he doesn't take bribe. Gume nume ani nwoke arụ afọ asatọ onye na-abịa abịaje. Ọzọ ndị na-asụ ha na-adọ, unu hafụ ịdọ onwe n'isi. Gasị n'unu. Onwe ndị asụ m eze, anyị jijekwa ha ibe na ndị achị egbe nse onye soja mere rite akeghị ịgbara egbe. So weta na egbe ese mpata AK-47 nke ndị anyị neta. Ọ dịghị onye na-agbagbu anybody. Unu nọdụgo unu nọ. Ebonyi na anyị sụrụ na onye na-ejiri anyị bụ Dave Umar na 2019. Onye na-eje ịkpatara onwe trouble, soft as gị, hụnụ ha ezizo. Ọzọ na-asị gị ọ dị mma, fụta gị. Onye ha gbazita gị. So Your Excellency, ndị eze South, sụmụkarọ ga-atụ ha egwu, ụnọchi ike, n'ọdụ ihe na-eme. Even though anyị ngụrụ history, mana ndị na-enye mmadụ nsogbu ndị na-enye nsị, bụ na ndị na-enye nsị enwe no power. No ma ha gbara abịa mbọchị ogwu ọjị m bịara ibe m, asụ ya na adọ election, nse enwe new state. Enwe new state, dọdụ si gị bịa, okay, Dave pere ndị ese jeep, mee anyị ndị isi. Nye nwa m chairman mmeje toro ọkwa nsoro iji nye m div ọbụ. Esum ha nke m kakwa mmanya m kwuara ya eziokwu nsọ na ji abịakwa ibe m ọzọ. That is what traditional rulers should do. Onye buru ma bịa ses ọnwụje nke Dave na-enye unu ọ hapụ ọka moto. So onye bịaji unu kụọ ọsọ Sanyi men oge na bia o man oge nta mi be ni ne kuro yara ma anyi ri di be rubra anyi onyere okay order election mgbe onwe commissioner ko onwe SM nku na kpo STA mo ha ni ne ya win ya ogo onyi nti obira shike Dave emeri o masu ne bu ho nwan adigo onye na emeri u Chineke dobe urule ka ije no onye ọdụ maso je ku isi ka ọ dị otu ọ n'aha Jizọs.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for His Royal Highness Eze R.F. Iyoko. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to speak on behalf of traditional rulers of Ebonyi North Extraction, may I very humbly invite His Royal Highness Eze Emmanuel Mwamit Mojiji to please come forward. Your Highness. Eze Mwamit Mojiji on behalf of traditional rulers from Ebonyi North Zone. You're welcome. Come up, sir.
Your Excellency, the Governor Ebonyi State, Igwele Doroha of Yi, Ekbaroha, Ebonyi. Ebano Habeshiko Nwati Akokomada Ikweka, because there are so many litany of those names, so I can only take these two. Your Excellency, our mother, Idi Kegi Letera Nye Nana Nyanya Kebehe. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, the Deputy Governor, Chairman, Traditional Last Council, I want to observe every other protocol. Only my Tigia Gonzaya Ona Jesus. We have not much to say, except that Ebonyi North, in Ebonyi North, you have your son there. And he has taken it up and done it, and is still doing it as a son, as a powerful son. That is the Speaker of the Ebonyi State House Assembly. He has finished all the homework. If you have some energy left, do it, use it in South and Central. We don't want to complete what we will do there and get bad results in Central and South. But for Ebonyi North, you can relax. Because he is already there. He has already done it. He has finished the homework. We don't need to advertise it. We are waiting for that day. The swearing in day is what we are looking for. Any person who is saying you are fearing, you are doing this, I know you have a strong heart. You know you have the infrastructural activities, and everything you have done here has spoken for itself. It has done the whole work for you. So that
Anybody who is thinking that you are panting or thinking that tomorrow may be bleak or whatever is not saying the correct thing. We are moving. And your good works, I said it all. So that, just like I have said, we don't have much to say as far as Ebonyi North is concerned, because your son is there. Otito Dream so.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, on behalf of Ebonyi South Zone, sorry, Ebonyi Central, I would like to invite His Royal Highness Eze Anthony Njoko.
Lanya nirumo, belanya nasumo, lanya nakarim, leponya nakeme, akamahu, iyekeme, nawachi nekema.
This is a very nice occasion. Why it is so nice is that we have come down on this celebration to tell people that the governor, the second tenure for the governor is sacrosanct. He has done a lot for Ebonyi State. And what he owns, which has placed him at the top, is his humility and honesty. Anything once he has said, and that thing he does it as he has said it. And his humility is that he doesn't show off, he doesn't brag, he doesn't tell people, and he doesn't use abuses on people. He approaches people's issue with soft mind. So he's going his second tenure, nobody is disputing it. What we are appealing to the governor is one thing. In as much as he is going to finish in 2023, that he must contribute to give us a governor who will safeguard these things he has been able to do here. The type he is, who will manage Ebonyi State the way he has done it. Because if these things, good structures he has placed here, if it were left, he wouldn't be happy when he comes down to Ebonyi State and see those things. His second tenure is certain, and what we are waiting for is, once finished, whether he chooses to go to the upper house, all Ebonians will work for it. To the House of Senate, all Ebonians will work for it because he has shown us a very great work. He did something for us. It's not the governor that will come home and stay. And we are praying by in due course, he will go to the presidency. In short, he has placed Ebonyi State in the world map. Ebonyi State, which has not been known even for us, has just elevated Ebonyi State with his agricultural revolution and his innumerable works, good works. Please, I'm appealing that most of the stakeholders who are called themselves, the Ezzes who own the communities, are highly behind the governor, and nothing will stop the governor for his second tenure. And in Ebonyi Central, nobody is vying for governorship throughout the whole of Ebonyi State. So because governorship, and this is a PDP state. This is 100% a PDP state. Other people from other parties who are vying for governor, they want just to make themselves known. They are not going anywhere. It is concluded
and we are not going back. What we feel is that the politicians will continue to do their work. Everybody, even the traditional rulers, have said it, and we all of us will put our hands on deck to see that whatever we are craving for comes to fruition. It will be fulfilled. So what I'm saying is that we are for the governor, and the governor is for us, and the governor has done a lot for us. Everywhere, structures. I wonder where he gets the money which he carries out all those things. So I feel that in as much as 2019 is setting, when he finishes up, he must continue to stay in Ebbc State and help Ebbc State to grow. He has given a name to Ebbc State. Thank you, please.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to, at this point, with humility and respect, invite the chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council of Ebbc State and vice chairman Southeast Traditional Rulers Council, the traditional ruler of Ezama Autonomous Community, His Royal Highness Eze Charles Nkuma Eze Burubala III, Your Highness.
It's up a jammy, onye moto bunkure, ono lazu funia, ono lazu lania, ekobaro,
Good afternoon, everybody. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebbc State, here present and always present, I salute you. Your Excellency, the wife of our great Governor, Chief Mrs. Rachel Omai, I salute. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor and the wife, I thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. I salute you immensely. My colleagues, traditional rulers of this state, today is our own day, and you are here in your numbers. I thank you immensely. I thank everybody that is here with the traditional rulers to celebrate this all epoch-making visit to the governor of Ebbc State. I think I have to rest on the established protocols for want of time. An address presented by His Royal Highness Eze Charles Nkuma, Chairman, State Council of Traditional Rulers, during the visit and paying of homage by the Ebbc State Traditional Rulers on 28th day of May 2018, being a prelude to 2018 Democracy Day celebration. Your Excellency, it is with utmost humility and a sense of fulfillment that I, on behalf of the Ebbc State Traditional Rulers Council, pay you this homage, this 28th day of May 2018. Your Excellency, we the traditional rulers of Ebbc State are happy with the general government policies under your leadership, especially your infrastructure development, which includes, among other things, over 400-kilometer access roads within the capital territory of Abakaliki, Afiko Highway, 15-kilometer roads in each of the 13 local government areas of this state, 3 flyovers located at strategic locations, street lights in the capital city and all local government headquarters, rebuilding and redefinition of Pangele Orota Township Stadium, infrastructural upliftment of our 13 general hospitals, rural electrification, buildings of industries, clusters in the 3 senatorial zones, empowerment of over 4,000 widows and elders, payment of hospital bills for indigent patients, constant and uninterrupted payment of salaries of civil servants and political office holders on or before 15th of every month. Provision of jeeps for over 100 traditional rulers in the state. Provision of jeeps for over 13 local government chairmen, vice chairmen, and 64 coordinators. Agricultural interventions, which involves rice, cassava, and dry season farming. Empowerment programs and unprecedented increment of the allowance of palace maintenance of traditional rulers council in Ebbc State. In fact, I'm one of the beneficiaries. You should clap for the governor. The maintenance allowance for palace maintenance of traditional rulers council in Ebbc State and his unarguable improvement in the quality and standard of education, healthcare programs, and other infrastructural facilities, such as provision of pipe-borne water, pensions, among others. We have come to assure you of our absolute and unequivocal support for your government and your re-election come 2019. This we have reduced into a resolution and communique. In fact, we had a discussion in connection with this matter this morning. This discussion passed the first reading by 9 o'clock today, second reading by 11 o'clock, and third reading by 12 o'clock. Hence, we came behind schedule. We have come to assure you of our absolute and unequivocal support for your government and upliftment come 2019. This we have reduced into writing, just like I have said, as our communique. Indeed, you deserve your second tenure, both by performance and demands of equity and justice. Thus, North did 8 years, Central did 8 years, and you must do your own 8 years on behalf of the South. Every responsible person in the state has agreed that you are the best governor since the creation of Ebbc State. It is in consideration of the aforesaid that all the traditional rulers in the state resolved that no zone shall therefore present any other candidate and or person other than His Excellency Chief Engineer David other than Chief Engineer David for gubernatorial election in Ebbc State. Finally, Your Excellency, the Traditional Rulers Council of Ebbc State pledge their unalloyed support to your Excellency's administration, while wishing you happy and memorable 2018 Democracy Day. Your Excellency, Kangwa Ili Jebego. Thanks, Your Excellency. Signed, His Royal Highness Eze Gurubala III of Ezama Kingdom and Chairman Traditional Rulers Council of Ebbc State.
This is our resolution. This resolution emanated from the discussion we had about 4 hours ago. If the governor is bad, we will reveal it. If he is good and is worthy of praise, is worthy to be praised and to be remunerated, at least we stand to say it. Hence I read. Resolution of all traditional rulers of Ebonyi State reached at a meeting held at the Council Hall, number 1 Onwe Road, Abakaliki, on 28 May 2018. That is today. After due consultation by traditional rulers in the state with their various cabinet members and stakeholders, consequent upon our meeting held at number 1 Onwe Road, Abakaliki, today, the 28th day of May 2018, we, the traditional rulers and the royal fathers of Ebonyi State, resolved as follows. That in consideration of all the achievements of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebbc State, Chief Engineer David Nweze Umahi, Eze Chimere of Ebbc State, Adu I of Adu Kingdom, Ikenga I of Ezan Nation, Igwe Nezeroha I of Iji Clan, Omenuko of Afiko, and Ebubago I of Ishago. One person has this title. In the first 3 years of his first tenure, which includes but not limited to over 400 kilometers access roads within the capital territory, Abakaliki Afikpo Highway, 15-kilometer roads in each of the 13 local government areas, 3 flyovers located at the strategic locations, street lights in the capital city, and all local government area headquarters, rebuilding and remodernization of Pangele Orota Township Stadium, infrastructural upliftment of 13 local government hospitals, rural electrification, building of industry clusters in the 3 senatorial zone, empowerment of over 400 widows, and elders payment of hospital bills for indigent patients, constant and uninterrupted payment of salaries of civil servants and political office holders on or before 15th of every month. Provision of jeeps for over 100 traditional rulers in the state. Provision of jeeps for all the 13 local government chairmen, vice chairmen, and 64 coordinators. Agricultural intervention, which involves rice, cassava, and dry season farming empowerment programs, and unprecedented increment of the allowances of palace maintenance of traditional rulers, council in Ebonyi State, and his unarguable improvement in the quality and standard of education, health care programs, and other infrastructural facilities, such as provision of pipe-borne water and pension, among others. In further consideration of the peace and security that now exist in Ebonyi State, more than ever before, we do hereby stand to affirm our commitment and resolve to urge our son and the governor to come out in 2019 to complete the very good works he has started in Ebonyi State. I don't know if you can clap. We unequivocally state that it will inequitable, unjustifiable, and indeed illogical to deny His Excellency his well-deserved 8 years in office. is so because North did 8 years, Central did 8 years, and South should be allowed to do their own 8 years in office. Accordingly, Chief Engineer Dave Umari says 8 years as the governor of Ebonyi State is affirmed by us. We are not denying it. We therefore ask all other sons and daughters of Ebonyi State, especially the political parties, to join hands and give Chief Engineer David Umari the support and opportunity to complete this fine job he is doing in Ebonyi State. And we hereby adopt and endorse the governor as our candidate for 2019 general election. We therefore wish to state that it will be a waste of time, resources for any other political party to go into the political bickering in the form of electioneering campaign and vote seeking for the said office, as it will be fruitless, wasteful, and absolute waste of resources. No zone shall therefore present any other candidate and or person other than His Excellency Chief Engineer David Umari for 2019 gubernatorial election in Ebonyi State.
No, sir.
We urge His Excellency to continue his good work and to get ready to be sworn in come May 29, 2019. My good people of Ebonyi State, I beg to rest my case, but if I refuse to mention the names of those that signed this document, it will look as if what we are saying is not true. So I have to mention the names of the traditional rulers so that you know that we mean what we are saying. Hence I read. Number 1, His Royal Highness Eze Charles Enukuma, Chairman Traditional Rulers Council of Ebonyi State. Second Vice Chairman, Southeast Council of Traditional Rulers. Member, National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria. His Royal Highness Eze RF Iyoko, First Deputy Chairman. His Royal Highness Eze Linus Mwiji, Second Deputy Chairman. His Royal Highness Eze Michael Mwabashi. His Royal Highness Eze Fidelis Wanumara. His Royal Highness Eze Stephen Opa. His Royal Highness Eze Pius Wangele. His Royal Highness Eze Cletus Ekuma. His Royal Highness Eze John O. Ekuma. His Royal Highness Eze Ogo Ewa Elechi. His Royal Highness Eze Patrick Okwaja. His Royal Highness Eze Boniface Obonia Oti. His Royal Highness Eze Charles Azenya. His Royal Highness Eze Madupe Arwa. His Royal Highness Eze Aloysius Ndemu Ude. His Royal Highness Eze Okore Ekwenma Akama. His Royal Highness Eze Ogo Okore Oji Ozo. His Royal Highness Eze Michael Ibe, SC Oduko. His Royal Highness Eze Nkama Odukwe, I Oduko. His Royal Highness Eze Oko Ono Ama. His Royal Highness Eze Emmanuel Ajibo. His Royal Highness Eze Ipoza Mwiboko. His Royal Highness Eze Mwamfa Ochiaka. His Royal Highness Eze Emmanuel Okeya. His Royal Highness Eze Pius Alo. His Royal Highness Eze Nwekibo. His Royal Highness Eze C.I. Ewa. His Royal Highness Eze Gabriel Ngele. His Royal Highness Eze Basil Maho. His Royal Highness Eze Anthony Njoko. His Royal Highness Eze Joseph I. Onwe. His Royal Highness Eze Wite Alege, His Royal Highness Eze Peter Oroke. I never go half. His Royal Highness Eze Fidelis Ekechichuku, His Royal Highness Eze David Mori, His Royal Highness Eze Christopher Ode, His Royal Highness Eze John Aloke, His Royal Highness Eze Martin Mweke, His Royal Highness Eze Benedict Mweke, His Royal Highness Eze Stephen Akuma, His Royal Highness Eze Martin Mwale Oyibe, His Royal Highness Eze Mogboji Mwakwa, His Royal Highness Eze Declan Ogalego, His Royal Highness Eze Albert Opechi, His Royal Highness Eze Mwanku Egbe, His Royal Highness Eze Dominic Lo, His Royal Highness Eze Innocent Mwori, His Royal Highness Eze Mike Ego, His Royal Highness Eze Matthias Naji, His Royal Highness Eze Dominic Onwe, His Royal Highness Eze Samuel Akongwe. His Royal Highness Eze Stephen Onwe, His Royal Highness Eze Onitsha Alo, His Royal Highness Eze Ogodigwe, His Royal Highness Eze Lawrence Chukwu, His Royal Highness Eze Joseph Onu, His Royal Highness Eze Moses Okafo, His Royal Highness Eze Bonaya Okwa, His Royal Highness Eze Anthony Adonwe, His Royal Highness Eze Thomas Onwi Elom, His Royal Highness Eze Paul Ndeze, Eze Paul Ndeze, His Royal Highness Eze Hyacinth Ijere, His Royal Highness Eze Emmanuel Nwojiji, His Royal Highness Eze Esudoro, His Royal Highness Eze Cosmas Nnemekabu, His Royal Highness Eze Fuji Okoro Okpan. His Royal Highness Eze Uchechukwu Onu, His Royal Highness Eze Elebe Onwe, His Royal Highness Eze James Onu Odono, His Royal Highness Eze Chibeze Agbo, His Royal Highness Eze Emmanuel Ogbaji, His Royal Highness Eze John E. Oge, His Royal Highness Eze Peter Awokekuma, His Royal Highness Eze Aliaga, His Royal Highness Eze J.U.O. Wogo, His Royal Highness Eze Agumupa, His Royal Highness Eze Dr. Agom Eze, His Royal Highness Eze G.N. Ineke, His Royal Highness Eze Josephat Ikebu, His Royal Highness Eze Edward Ewechukwu, His Royal Highness Eze John Amosha, His Royal Highness Eze Lance Umahi, His Royal Highness Eze Mazi Omihe, His Royal Highness Eze Livinus Okpodie Ugbo. Your Excellency, in the absence of other names, I rest my case. So, ndị eze si ka ngwa iri ichebego ọsọgo obodo oyibo jebe kịta ọrụ 28 May 2019 bata bịa asụ ọfụ gị baya na anwụ ụtụtụ eji dị iche anyị na stadium anyị kesigokwa invitation.
And that's it. The traditional rulers in Ebonyi State showing their solidarity for engineer Dr. David Umahi. They've rolled out their achievements the government of engineer David Umahi has made, especially in recognition of their status and portfolios in their different local governments and communities. They have also showed their support for his 2019 ambition, and we believe that soon they will complete what they are saying. Stay tuned.
The cows came from all the communities that make up the local governments of this state. So we have 140 of them. And that is why we are giving you 140 cows. So, Your Excellency, this is to show you that we are fully in support of your bid to be the governor of Ebbc State in 2019. Ada kwa nkata gbasara na ekusigo.
Abamira baba foba oko.
Your Excellency, I nearly forgot one thing, but God is on our side. I remembered it. We are here with 24 approaches meant for you. The Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy will produce it. 24 approaches in support of the 140 AFIS. Your Excellency, thank you.
Who has the final say? Jehovah has the final say.
This is the copy of the address I read before you.
Please, you may be seated.
There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of love. The morning there shall be seasons of mercy. Set up the Savior of the world. Showers of blessing. Showers of blessing. Hallelujah. Blessing from doors of glory.
Thank you, Your Excellencies, Mr. Speaker, my dear brothers and sisters, our traditional rulers and the chairman. I want to, on your behalf, sincerely thank our traditional fathers. It was actually very difficult to host this program because of other 3 programs we have today. But because they are our fathers, there's no way to say no. But let me first apologize to you for the mess of the protocol. It's not in anybody's power or interest to hurry the traditional fathers. But the protocols has a duty to let us know if the program is set for us to come. And so when we called, they didn't answer. So we decided to come because we are also responsible to you. If we set time for 1 o'clock and we are not here by 1, we have to explain to you why we are not here by 1. So it's not that a program is said the governor should come anytime he likes. No. You know, so where your right stops, mine starts, and when mine stops, your own starts. But we're going to reorganize our protocol unit. A lot of people have been offended because of the deficiencies of our protocol department. So it's a must that we reorganize our protocol department and assign each protocol to each sector of our state, so that everybody will be carried along. I've not seen some of the founding fathers. Some of them are here, but they're also members of elders council.
But the founding fathers would always call to complain that nobody extends invitation to them. Whether they are AK-47 or APC or PDP, it does not matter. What matters is that they are Ebonians. You know, I am their governor and the only governor they have. Not be so? So we must, by way of their right, extend invitation to them to come. Because for some of them that have the heart of God, they will be very happy for what God is doing in their lifetime, that their dreams are being fulfilled by God. So our traditional fathers, we thank you, and we thank you again and again and again. I thought I was going to witness your parade of jeeps. So I peeped through the window severally. I didn't see it, but maybe I'll see it on camera. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank God for the way you people are looking now. You are looking very healthy, you are looking very beautiful, you are looking very happy. I want to thank you, I want to thank you. I think Ebonyi is first in almost everything. I'm not sure any governor ever got this kind of endorsement. I'm not sure anywhere in the country. I'm not sure any governor ever got 140 cows gift. I'm not sure anywhere. I'm not sure any state ever gave all their traditional rulers brand new jeeps. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that even any oil producing state is able to look after their traditional fathers like we do. But our case is different because, you see, these our fathers have suffered so much. The years of neglect and criminal marginalization were, you know, adequately fed by our fathers, you know, before it touched us. You know, the heat came upon them right from Anambra, Enugu, right from Imo to Abia. And so now that God has brought us here, we have to do everything possible to make them happy, you know, so that in the multi-years to come and at the fullness of time, God calls them, they will be singing hallelujah and be going. And they will say of truth that the life they have lived well, you know, has been much better than the life of, you know, neglect that we suffered. I will not say in foreign land, but we were not treated fairly. And so everything that is possible, we must do it for our fathers and mothers, you know, so that they will be thanking God very highly. I want to thank you for the adoption. I want to thank you. But let me emphasize also that David is never afraid of anything. Not at all. Not at all. You know, because for everything we do, we always ask, like David in the Bible, should we pursue, should we overtake? We do not move without God directing to move. And like what I said the other day, that Jacob, when he went to his in-laws place, he was running away from his brother. He had nothing. And when he was coming by, he was so blessed. And so he had to express gratitude to God. That the way I'm expressing gratitude to, you know, God and to all of you for all your support, for all your love, for your commitment. And I've always said it, if the elders of the state are giving us trouble, it will be difficult to develop the infrastructure that we have developed. If the House of Assembly or Judiciary is giving us trouble, but together and in one voice, we all agreed that we must change the directions of our state. And that's why we are having what we are having. TAs and STAs, if you do nothing else for Ebonyi State, put your hands together each time there is need to clap. Yes. I think the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism should reinvent these cultural values, and that is appreciation. It's very important. 40 cows could not shake you. 100 and something traditional rulers' endorsement could not shake you. What else should shake you? So, and let me also thank the Abakaliki block. And Chief Yoko, you know, you were the one that surrendered your staff of office to my former boss, I'll say you can take, but I will follow Dave. But if there was to be a miracle on the side of my boss, it would have happened the day we came to your house. No man ever spoke the way he spoke that day. And I got that, I can't remember it, you know, but I remember the topic. You said this person did all this but was not great. This person did all this but was not great. I'm sure some of you may remember. And he pointed out somebody that he said what he did and is great. And so that situation would have been, but it's not what was going to please God. So at the time of God, he makes all things beautiful. But let me say that the first support I enjoyed came from Abakaliki block, outside your own. You know, that is the truth. That is the truth. And if they, when we were zero, they were able to say no. We've done 8 years, we've done 8 years. South must do 8 years. How much more now that I've changed the face of our capital city? So, you know, Christ was talking to the Pharisees. He said, if you don't believe that I'm the Christ, the Son of the living God, he said, believe for the sake of the work that I do. Not be so? So even if you don't like me at all, you must like me for the work that God is doing through us. I expect traditional fathers to love me so much the way I love them. Because there is this song I used to sing. Onye nenyani kai nenye, onye nenyani kai nenye, imano onye nenyani kai nenye, onye abonye kai gambo ibo, onye nenyani kai nenye, onye nenyani kai nenye, ebidi nenyani, onye nenyani kai nenye, onye abonye. Thank you. Thank you. You know why I sang this song? You know, the local government chairmen are traditionally very loyal and committed to our government. Very, very. Very, very. So, whoever that will support us, you know, the Bible tells us to be, you know, emulators of Christ as his little dear children. So the traditional rulers that got their staff of office through the chairman must emulate the way the chairmen are supporting us. A lot of you are wonderful, very wonderful. If it's possible for the chairman to write result today, he would have done that. You know, but I want to thank you, and I want to thank you, and I want to thank you. So for us to continue to move the state forward, let us have a naked support. A support that is naked. No be so? Yes, because not if AK-47 carry wine come. You say, well, oh, Dave Mike, I know so, but I got with the wine. It's not good. We must do what our traditional father has said. It is not possible to manage the economy. Let us not change, you know, forget yesterday. So let's move together. And I can assure the traditional fathers, definitely tomorrow we are flagging off 10 million community projects. You know, we're flagging it off. And the traditional fathers that are traditional fathers are the ones that will be the chairman of the committee that will implement this project. And this is to let you know the confidence and the love that we have in our traditional fathers. And much more things are going to come. The speaker we just spoke, and we are reviewing our law to give some powers to our traditional fathers, you know, from next year. So, we want to thank you, and thank you very, very highly. And lastly, a lot of you I know very well are very, very committed to Christ. This is the secret of our success. And I always say that we are fortunate to have you
When you pick the cola, it is Christ you call. When you pick the wine, it is Christ you call. How much more can we say? Are we not fortunate about you people? Because any traditional ruler you will see the person, even if he put on gold, he will look haggard. No be so?
That's so.
But are they not looking beautiful? Are they not looking beautiful? Now, before I sit down, I want to be reassured that all these traditional rulers signed this document, because it's a very costly document. It's a very important document. So if any traditional ruler did not sign, just be seated. But those that signed, please stand up, so that we'll be sure that you signed and that you are behind the chairman of Traditional Rulers Council, so that we can be sure. Can you put your hands together for them? So those sitting down are those that did not sign. Huh? Okay, ndị niile kwetara n'ihe chairman kwuru na sọpọtụ gọvanọ na ha tinyere aka n'akwụkwọ ka ha bilite ọtọ. Onwe onye bilitara ọtọ? Unu ghọtara ihe anyị kwuru? Huh? Somebody did not sign. Okay. Okay, those in support say aye. The ayes have it. Thank you, our fathers. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In the next few minutes, by 5:30, we shall be commissioning the pa biko no nana biko ndi papai the pa Ngele Oruta Township Stadium. We'll be commissioning the renovation of the entire stadium, the external works, and the beautiful guest house there. That is 5:30. And so for all the people that will be going, the ground floor after commission is dedicated to the traditional fathers, those who can come, who can make it. It's not compulsory for them, but those who can come will be entertained at the ground floor, the Elders Council, the Traditional Fathers, House of Assembly, National Assembly, floor functionaries of ESCO, I've mentioned House of Assembly. The next floor is for the chairman of local government, the ESCO members, the coordinators, and the last floor is for the TAs and STAs. Yes.
Una serigini, debutita kwa debatia. Diebonya sirigini, debutita kwa debatia.
Thank you, thank you. And by 6 o'clock, our traditional fathers, if they are not able to come, if you tune Ebbc, if you tune it, you will see us there. If you tune NTA from 6, you will see us there. If you tune channel from 7, you will see us there. If you tune AIT from 7, you will see us there. Kai patukano nganga. Which one? So Ebonyi State must be on the map. There is no going back. God bless you. Thank you very much. Traditional father, thank you. Thank you.
That was the Governor of Ebbc State, His Excellency Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi, appreciating the commitment, the endorsement, and the promise made by the traditional fathers. And we are gradually going to the end of this program today. I still have my colleague Esther Chuku with me. Esther.
And they watch who they work. I na-ekelekwa gọvanọ dịka ihe anyị nọ n'ime ugbu a. Gọvanọ Ebonyi steeti anyị bụ aka na-achị steeti a. Ọ sị na obi dị ya mma, obi dị ya ụtọ, wee na-egosipụta obi ụtọ ya n'ebe ndị eze ọdịnala niile ndị bịara wee kpọtụrụ ya taa n'obi dị ya sarịsarị. Dịka anyị na-akpụdebezi nso na ngwụcha ya bụ ihe omume nke anyị nọ n'ime ya taa. Ihe niile ndị a na-abịara gị na Salt TV nakwa Salt FM. Mana ị na-agbanyekwa igwe onyonyo gị, ị ga na-ahụkwa ha mana channel mana ebe ndị ọzọ gasị.
Please a better round of applause for His Excellency, our dear Governor. Your Excellency, you are wonderful. Immediately after this event, His Excellency will have a group photograph with the traditional fathers. We'll have a group photograph with the traditional fathers after the national anthem.
Courtesy call by the traditional rulers in Ebbc State, members Ebbc State Traditional Rulers Council, as they've been led by His Royal Highness Eze Ogo Charles Nkuma, and it is holding at the Governor's Lodge, Government House, Abakaliki. His Excellency has got 140 cows from the traditional rulers. It is an endorsement, and I think no state in the country or no governor in the country has ever got that. One cow means one special thing in the country. Stay tuned as we come to the end of the program.
Thank you very much. National anthem. Please, there will be two photographs after the national anthem. National anthem. Thank you very much. Group photograph.
And that's it. That marks the end of this courtesy call by the traditional rulers in Ebbc State to His Excellency Engineer Dr. David Nweze Umahi and wife, who chaired today at the Banquet Hall, Government House, Abakaliki. And most cherished listener and viewer, I must have to tell you that this is very wonderful. The traditional rulers donated 140 cows. They also donated 140 kola nuts to His Excellency. It is a mark of solidarity. It is a mark of honor for the traditional fathers to have come to do this to His Excellency. Of course, they said respect is reciprocal. His Excellency did not neglect the traditional rulers. he beefed up their pace and recently doled out jeeps for them. This is where we come to the end of the transmission today. On behalf of the Director General Ebonyi Broadcasting Corporation,